How's it going, guys? We're going to do a startup of this freshly put together engine. Right now it does not have a wiring harness. It's running off a wall socket and a power supply, and the battery is just jumper cable to the starter, and the shifter arm is a ground. And you can see here I just have a CDI wired up enough to pickup coil and a ground coming off the stator, and I got a ground coming from here, and I also have another ground coming off the shifter arm up to a twisted together mess. Oh, it's hooked to the coil. But before we start it up, I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a story on this engine. Some of you are familiar with the scrapyard engine. Got it at scrapyard for 20 bucks. Not a junkyard, a scrapyard. A guy was scrapping it, and he was going several trips around, going across the scales. He had different kinds of metals and stuff on there. And I was walking out with my cash, and he was on the scale. I walked up and seen what it was, and it was a 300ex engine. I'm like, I'm buying this thing off this guy somehow, and I offered him 20 bucks. And at first he was kind of, well, I don't know, kind of like, right there at the last minute he's going to try to get more money than scrap value. But at 20 bucks he's got probably 4 times what he's going to get scrapping it. And the problem it had was the sprocket was welded on, and it was welded on crooked, so it went around. It was like this. Probably couldn't keep a chain on it. And when I tore it apart, the rockers was brand new in it. The rings looked new. The piston looked new. I put brand new rings in it and a new timing chain. So this thing is pretty good shape now. I had another engine laying around here, a bunch of holes in the bottom. A guy put it in time wrong and broke the valves off in it. So it was just parts, and I was able to get a new shaft to put in here. To put that shaft in there, you had to take the whole top end off, split the case in the center to change that out. And it's been sitting around here for about 3 years. It's just been sitting on a shelf, all tore apart. But I messed up, I think, and I did not change the valve seals. And I'm just assuming that how much things was new in it, I was just assuming that it would have had new valve seals. And sitting here over a few days, I actually started this up first time a few days ago. But starting it up today, it was smoking. Like oil has seeped down into the cylinder, and it smokes and clears up. So that's probably valve seals. If it was rings, it would just smoke continuously. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, we'll just see. If anything, I might take the head back off and change the valve seals out. I should have did it, but I just really wasn't wanting to sit around and take 4 valves out to change them. And I was just guessing that somebody else did it, but I don't think they did. But anyways, let's go start this up. Plug it in. I can do this one-handed. Alright. And starter. So, you see there, it really wasn't smoking. I have this ATC pipe. I made a video about the exhaust system, making it, and this thing here was like, there's literally like an 1/8 inch layer inside of it of carbon buildup, and when I jump the throttle, it puffs out a little bit of black. So I'm thinking that's what that is, but and it wasn't. It's been sitting here for about half an hour since the last time I started it, and you know, the first time I started it was like white smoke. So for a little bit, so it's possible it needs valve seals. Maybe not. I might have had it extremely flooded because it. I'm already kind of not sure about this carburetor. I like carburetors that literally has a flap choke. Like it's literally choking it and sucking in more gas. And this carburetor here, I thought in the last video I was talking about this carburetor that little spot right there is a you know, a choke hookup, which is actually just to dump more gas in. It's not really a choke. And I took that boot off, and it's just a screw. There's just a screw in there, like a adjustment screw. So I'm not seeing that as a choke hookup. And I was primering it, and the only way I actually got it started first time today was to stick my hand across the front of the back of the carb, and then it fired up. And it was, you know, white smoking by that point. I probably hit that primer button 15-20 times. So I'm not real sure, you know, maybe the smoke was, I had it flooded. I don't know. A little time will tell after I play around with it a little bit more, come out here another week later. But I don't want to have to like pull an air filter off every time I want to cold start the thing. That would just suck. I don't know. I'm just not too sure about that carburetor, if I'm gonna like it or not. But well, thanks for watching, and catch you guys later.